So here in day 18, that's today, we have grids and style tiles. You know, there's some articles. This wireframe JPEG, we're going to use this, so we'll want to download that. So I'll just open link in a new tab and download this. So same thing here. I'm going to take my wireframe assets zip folder. I'm going to just go ahead and open this in a new tab. Download that. And I included like the demo for Illustrator. So we're going to follow this similar process, not exactly the same. I'm going to go ahead and open up Illustrator. There we go. All right. Create new. And I'll just go to web. And I'll open this common. So here's my artboard, all that good stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a rectangle the size of my screen. And actually, before I get too much further, I think I'm just going to go ahead and file save as. Make sure that it's saved rather than untitled. I'm going to go ahead and save this on my computer. And yeah, I'll just leave it on the desktop and I'll call this a wireframe demo. You can do whatever you want. I want to change the value of 1366 to 1200. That's what I wanted. I wanted to make sure that it pulled in but didn't constrain the proportions so that I have a 1200 pixel box and it has a margin on either side, nice and even. This is kind of neat. This is something I didn't know about Illustrator until yesterday. So you're always learning, you're always growing, you're always doing new things. This is a good thing. You can go up to Object. Have you guys seen this? And then go to Path. And then go to Split into Grid. Have you guys seen that? Oh, total 1199 pixels. Ah, it should be 1200. There we go. So if I want to make a 12 column grid, I'm going to put 12 in here as my grid. And I'm kind of basing this number off of a common framework called Bootstrap. So I'm going to create a 12 column grid with 30 pixels. I know it gives me a strange kind of a column width, but that's okay. So you guys got these numbers? I want to do the preview button so we can see what that looks like. And the reason why the width is kind of weird is because technically we have 11 gutters. So 30 plus 72.5 times essentially 10 plus one more. Yeah, it adds up. It's just weird. I was going through this process going, well, shouldn't that be 70 plus 30? Because that would be 1200. Oh, there's 11 gutters because there's spaces in between each of the columns, right? So that's all. So let's go ahead and say we can add guides, and it'll just automatically add the guides there. Say okay. Cool. So now if I look at my layers, right, I see here's my columns. Can't really tell right now unless I just select all these guys and maybe instead of that, I'll just switch it to green. Right? Should get all of them. Why is it not? Great. Oh, okay. Well, maybe Command A to select them all, right? And then, right, here we go. That. And take off the stroke. I'll take off the stroke, and then I will change this fill color to something blue. And there's my columns, right? I can see those columns. I can take some time to lower the opacity on these guys so that so they're not so strong. 33, yeah, that'll do. Cool. All right, so here's my grid setup, or my columns setup. Whew. So that's like how you can make your kind of initial guides for things. All right. So what I'm going to do now with my layers palette is I'm going to go ahead and lock this. I'm going to rename it like guides and columns. And then since I want to make my wireframes based off of my drawing, I can literally bring that in to Illustrator just by, just grabbing it from the side over here. Okay, where is it? There it is. And bringing it in. Yeah. One or more layers? Oh, I need to make a new layer apparently. Sorry. I'll make the new layer and put this up here. Okay, there we go. I can go back to relocking this then. Okay. So we can see it doesn't quite fit on the page. I'm going to use the zoom tool. Let's see, and hit the Alt key, zoom it out. Right, it doesn't quite fit into this artboard. We're going to have to do some changes. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this guy, put him underneath, so I can see kind of when things get to be the right size. And then I want to do my transform, and I do want to have this, and I'll go ahead and put this back in the middle. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to basically make these, watch you constrain. So I want to make it so that the side of the page, right, in the drawing, while it's not perfect, meets the sides of the columns. So again, shift and just drag that out. So a little bit more. Okay, drag that down. All right. So I can see basically everything that's in the visible space of my artboard. This is what the user will see when they first come to the page. And I can like create a container for that specifically so that I, or create some kind of a line at the bottom so I can say, okay, this is above the fold. Just something that lets me know what that is. Because I'm going to change the shape or the size of this artboard so that I can do my wireframes for the entire page. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay. And I'm probably going to grab those guides and drag them down. So I'll have to unlock that layer to do that with the guides, but I can do that with the columns and everything else. So, all right. But I want to make sure that there's I'll just create a new layer, right? And I'll just make a line. And I'll just drop that line in there. Shift here. And I can just say above the fold or fold line. And I can make this stroke. I need a stroke on this puppy. Just some stroke. Make it bigger so I can always see it. Let's make it 3. There should be a dash in here, right? Oh, maybe it's here. No. Nah. All right, we'll just leave it. All right, so there's my above the fold, so that when I start kind of comping stuff in, right, or start wireframing stuff in, I can see that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and lock this, and I'll lock layer 2. And now I'm going to change my artboard. Where's the tool for it? There it is. So I'll change the length of my artboard, just drag that out. Keep going. Yep, right here. So there's the end of my page, right? That's as much artboard as I need. Let's make this 280 even. Cool. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay, cool. All right, so now I can kind of like either get into this guides here. Actually, I might just do that. Let's just do that. Take that and select the entire thing and then transform that as well. And just bring these guys down. Oh, yeah. That's why I want to do the top thing. Top. I want this at 0. I'll just go ahead. And, where's my thing? Okay, well, I'll just make it bigger. Make it bigger. There it is. Okay, I'll just do that. Okay. Now I've got that done, I can just go ahead and relock my guides. Cool. All right. So I like to kind of now start sort of creating a new layer. I'll just call this elements. And then I'll just start making rectangles. And I'll use a different color, like white. I'll just drop this wherever. Should be fine. Okay. So this is the top of my artboard, right? And I can say, okay, here's the guide. So we can see like when we're on top of the guide. And we can just drag out to here. So it should be 1200. Yep, 1200 pixels. Let's make that 90 is the height. Maybe I can just go over here and change it from 89 to 90. There we go. And then I can label this rectangle like offers, right? Because that's what's there. I'll just offers. I'll go ahead and make it, give it a stroke. Just give it a black stroke for now. All right. So here's my offers rectangle. And so then I kind of know what's going to go in there. I can type the word offers on top of it and then group those things together. So let's just do that. Offers. I want to make this a little bit bigger than 12 point. So let's make this like 36 so I can see it. All right, move that to the middle. So this is something, I've got this banner up top, right? I can just grab these things, put them together in a group. Don't know why it does that to me from time to time. Offers, I want you in here. And the bottom, there we go. So, and then I just kind of go through the process of doing this box by box by box by box. I have for you guys some resources, these the wireframe assets. There are some Illustrator files in here. This one's really nice. This is super old, so you'll get like an error message about that, but it's there. Let's go ahead and open this up so you can see what this looks like. So this has some user interface things for you. So like you can, hey, I've got a navigation. I can make these kinds of menu items, so on and so forth. So like if I want to make a search bar, for example, I can grab this. Right, here's my search. that. Command C, walk over here, Command V, and I need to probably transform that, make it bigger. Oh, wants to rotate. Maybe I need to zoom in. So I can do that. So here's my search bar. Oh, I got a little extra something over here. Oopsie. Okay. This thing. I'll just group all these guys. Oh, come on. Command G. And here's my search bar group. All right, and then I can just transform them. So I don't want to spend a lot of time on this with you guys because I figure you guys know how to work stuff in Illustrator, right? I'll just move this over. But anyway, that's available for you guys to use as you see fit. It's going to stretch it, but I don't want to stretch it. That's okay. Let's do that. Now this is a wireframe. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? It just kind of gives us an idea of what things look like and how things should be laid out. So that's that. You guys have any questions about this? No? I'm not hearing anything. No? Okay, cool. Do you guys want to see style tiles in action then? Okay, cool. All right, then we'll just file save as, file save. I'll leave that at that. And I can maybe like post up a full version of this and then like save it as a Photoshop file so you guys can see what that looks like. Sound good? Yeah? Okay, cool. All right. Cool. So let's go ahead and quit Illustrator.